about the condition, right, and give the recommendation. That's okay. But another thing that you need to submit is about the calculation file. If you're using Excel, you need to submit Excel file. If you're using QM, submit QM file for me. Okay, that's it. No hard copy, just 54 version. And I didn't expect too much pages, but at least you need to have like the, just like the case study provide information. Okay, we go to another example. Okay, for this problem it's quite long, but I'm gonna change a little bit because I forget this one to share. Okay, so we have the global trade company ship pie falling to three doing supply houses for Westmill, Private Oakland, and Level Town. The following table provide the unit profit for each unit of pie falling shipment, and the company this is show about the unit profit. The company mill Inspire has capacity to produce 1,500, Oakland 1,200, and Level Town 1,300. The needs of pie falling for building supply house 1 is 1,800, supply house 2 1,400, and supply house 3 1,000. So the manager would like to determine the best transportation plan in order to reach the maximum profit and answer the following question. So you can see that firstly, as usual, this is the maximization. By maximization, and when you try to sum up all capacity, here in case we have Private is 1,500, Oakland 1,200, and Level Town 1,300. This is just 4,000. But for supply house 1, demand is 1,800, supply house 2 1,400, and supply house 3 1,000. All this come together is 4,200. So unequal demand more than supply, you need to have the dummy row. So for the corner, northwest corner, okay, we're gonna have like supply house 1, supply house 2, supply house 3, and supply here. Private Oakland, Level Town, dummy, and demand. Okay, one thing that you can see here. This problem is maximization and unequal demand supply. My question is, should I go with chain from maximize to minimize first and then put dummy 0 or 0? Or I should put dummy first at the cost of 0, right? And then chain from the whole table from maximize to minimize. Do you get what I'm saying? Unequal demand supply and maximize, right? Maximize you need to change from max to min. But unequal demand supply, you need to add dummy row in this case, right? And for dummy, all the cost of profit need to be 0, right? Because it does not exist actually very well. My question is, I should change from maximize to minimize first, and then just add dummy row, put the value to be all zero. Or I add all zero first and change the whole table to be the minimum set minimization. So the different thing is just the dummy going to be 0, 0, 0, or going to be 10, 10, 10. Which one is the correct one? If you change from max to min first, you're going to change this table, right? And the dummy you put all 0, and that's it. But if you put all 0 first, you're going to duplicate this table and dummy all 0. And then you're using the maximum value in the table would be 10 minus for all. So the dummy is going to change from 0 to 10. Right. So which one is the correct one? The answer. You can do either way. All correct. So for me, I prefer dummy all 0. It's like I'm feeling that it's pretty much true that dummy should have 0. So in this case, okay, I'm gonna change max to min by using 10 minus all. So this one will change to 2, 1, 5, 5, 2, 0. This one will be 6, 3, 4. And then I put dummy all 0. Okay? But since it's the northwest corner, actually chord is no meaning. We're not using. So then for northwest, we start with cell 1, 1, always. This cell. For cell 1, 1, once again, compare supply demand 1,500 to 1,800. So the low one is 1,500, right? So below 1,500, when I have remaining demand. So the next cell that I need to move to is the bottom cell. So comparing supply 1,200 and demand 300, we can install 300. If we deliver 300 here, we can see that we have remaining supply. So then the next cell, we're going to go to the right-hand side cell. Right. Comparing supply 900 and demand 1,400. So then we're going to deliver 900. Then we deliver 900, we have remaining demand. We move to bottom cell. Or below cell here. So comparing supply 1,300 and demand 500. So we're using 500. We deliver 500, so demand fulfilled, but we have remaining supply. Then we move to the right-hand side cell. We select the cell, comparing supply 800, demand 1,000. We deliver 800. We have remaining demand. We go to below cell. And that cell should have 200. So northwest, we just move right hand side or down. Right? And cost is no meaning. We are not using cost. So this is northwest. And how about using the minimum cost? Okay. Okay, for minimum cost, right, and then which cell then you're gonna select the cell that provide the lowest cost. Okay, so let's say that I select this cell. Suppose I select this cell first. So select the cell 2, 3. Then I'm gonna deliver the product to cell 2, 3. Supply 1,200, demand 1,000. So the low value is 1,000, so we do 1,000. We do 1,000 here, so it means that the demand for supply house 3 is already fulfilled. So for the next round, this pre-sale, we are not considered anymore. The next one is to select the sale again. So I'm going to select this sale, let's say. Sale that provides the lowest cost. You can select the first one, that's okay. I select this sale, comparing supply 200, demand 1,400. So the low one is 200. We deliver 200 to this cell, so the next round, this cell we are not considering anymore because we already run out of the demand, run out of the capacity. The next one is that we need to select the cell that provides the lowest cost. That would be cell 1, 2, 1, 2. For cell 1, 2, we're comparing supply 1,500, demand 1,200. So the low one is 1,200. So for 1,200, we have already fulfilled the demand for supply house 2. So for the next round, these 2 sales we will not cover anymore. And then based on the remaining sale, we can know that how many product that we're gonna deliver, right? Because we can fill in the rest of them. This one can be 30. So this is the minimum cost. Okay. Next, what happens if we change the initial solution using WAM? Bokeh approximation, actually this is WAM, okay? The same. So again, let me okay, for WAM, we need to calculate the penalty value, remember? So we're gonna calculate the penalty value. The first row, two lowest cost is 1 and 2, right? Difference is 1. Second row, 0 and 2, difference 2. Third row, 3 and 4, difference 1. The fourth one is difference 0. For column, 0 and 2, difference is 2. Slow and 1, difference 1. Slow 0, difference 0. So you can see that the highest penalty is 2. Let's say that I select the second row. Let's say that I select the second row. And then we consider the second row and we select the cell that provides the lowest cost. That will be cell 2, 3, this cell. Right? So we compare supply 1,000 to the demand 1,000. So we deliver 1,000. When you deliver 1,000 for the next round, these 3 cells, we will not consider anymore. And then we start the process again. For the first row, 1 and 2, different 1. Second row, 2 and 5, different 3. Third row, 3 and 6, different 3. The fourth one, 0, 0, different 0. First column, 0 and 2, different 2. Second column, 0 and 1, different is 1. The third column, we don't have it, we finish. So the highest for the penalty value in this case is 3, right? So let's say that I still choose second row. So you can choose third row, isn't it, on the reference. Comparing supply and demand. Supply is 200, demand 1,400. So we deliver 200. When we deliver 200, so it means that the next round, this cell we will not consider anymore because we use all capacity. And the process starts again. The penalty for the first row, difference between 1 and 2 is 1. The second row we don't have it. Third row, 3 and 6 is 3. Fourth row is 0. How about the first column? Going to be 0 and 2, difference is 2. Slow and 1 is 1. And this one we don't have it. Well, what next? The highest one is 3 again. We select the third row. Now we consider just the third row, and the cell that we will select is cell that has the cost equal to 3 because it's lowest one. Comparing supply 1,300 and demand 1,200. The lower value is 1,200. Then when we deliver 1,200 to this cell, we can know that these 2 cells we will not consider anymore, and the rest we can fill it. So this is the result from WAM. And the next one, I would like to change a little bit from Northwest to WAM because I forgot to change it because if you're using Northwest, you can do around 3 more tables. That's spend a lot of time. We have no time to do that. So can we change this one to WAM? Because actually just quite the same, but Northwest is you spend 2, maybe 2 more, 3 more tables. And in the exam, let you have the free style to choose the initial solution. So if you prefer Northwest, that's okay. But you need to accept that you're gonna do a lot of modify. Okay? I will not specific the method for you, but you have your freedom to choose the initial method. Right? It depends on you. So I suggest you to use WAM. So then based on WAM result, let's say that, right, this one again. So this is the result from WAM that we just finished. So then we're gonna test using stepping stone. So I need to find the improvement of cell 1, 2, cell 1, 3, cell 2, 1, cell 3, 3, cell 4, 2, and cell 4, 3. For cell 1, 2, right? This is for cell 1, 2. You're gonna have plus 1, minus 3, plus 6, minus 2, and 2. Cell 1, 3. This is for cell 1, 3. So you're gonna have plus 5, minus 2, plus 6, minus 3, plus 2, minus 0. So you're gonna have 8. Cell 2, 1, just square 1, plus 5, minus 2, plus 3, minus 6. So you have 0. Cell 3, 3, plus 4, minus 3, plus 2, minus 0. So we have 3. Cell 4, 2, plus 0, minus 0, plus 6, minus 3, we have 3. And for cell 4, 3, plus 0, minus 0, plus 6, minus 3, plus 2, minus 0. Gonna have 5. So this is optimal. We can say that if you're using WAM as initial solution, probably you reach the optimal solution very fast. Right. I believe that it's gonna have one more question from them, which asks us about another optimal solution. So then, actually we can modify to 1. When we modify cell to 1, we done. No need to testing again. Okay. So this is the result. So this is a result for another solution. the lowest one in this case is 100. So then we can use 100 to modify. So this one going to change to 100. This one going to change to 100. You're going to change to 1,300 and that 10. So this is another optimal solution. So if you would like to calculate the total profit, you need to keep all the same but change the unit in the little square, okay? The number in this square back to the original one. Then you can calculate the total profit. So this is another optimal solution. So the exam just like this, right? Just step by step, right? So would be okay for you. Okay, so this is the transportation. Okay, when you go to assignment, right, a little bit, 2 or 3 example, and I will let you to make the presentation. For assignment, we have just few example because it's not that difficult. Right? Let's see. This one. So the first one, it is about in a job shop operation, the one type of process. It said that 4 jobs may be performed on any of 4 machines. The hours required for each job on each machine are presented in the following table. The plan supervisor would like to assign jobs so that total time is minimized. Use the assignment method to find the best solution. So firstly, you can see this is a minimization, right? It's minimization. Secondly, number of job and machine both are equal, so no dummy. So then we can do just very simple step. First, we do the row reduction first. So I'm going to circle the lowest value for each row. So then for row reduction, we're going to have 0 here, 4, 6, 3, 0, 1, 3, 0, 0, 3, 3, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2. So this is the result for row reduction. And for column reduction, right, this is the lowest value for each column. So for column reduction, we're going to have 0 here, all 3, 0, 2, 1. Three, 0, 0, 1. 3, 0, 2, 2. And we need to draw the line, right? to pass all zero value. And we need to have the minimum number of lines. So in this case, I believe that it's around 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. We're going to have 3 lines. 3 lines, but we have 4 row and 4 column. It's not optimal, right? So we need to modify. So then we look at the lowest value that is not past the line pass width. That will be equal to 1. We can use this number to modify. So then we're gonna subtract to other value that is not covered by the line. So this one will change to 2, 0, 0, 1. And adding at the intersection of the lines, going to change this one to 1, 1. And the rest that is covered by the line going to be the same. So this is first improve or first modify. So what next? We back to the step to drawing the line again, right? So this case, how many lines do you think? Yeah, I think it's 4. Wait. Sorry. Just a minute. So draw the line 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use it all 4 vertical, but I don't like. So then we have optimal. So then we consider the 0 position. So in this case, we can see that A12 to the B, A15 to C, B2 to Y, and B9 to X. Right? Consider one by one for vertical and horizontal, you're going to know. And then you can calculate the total time by your own, okay? We go to the next example. It's about the Alan Lyons, the chairman of the college business department. He tried to decide who is the professor to teach each course for the next semester. He has like the evaluation rating for past 2 years. So each professor taught each 4 courses in one time or another during the 2 years period. So then based on this rating, we want to try to find the best assignment to professor to courses to maximize the overall teaching rating. So you can see problem is maximization. And we still have number of professors, 4 professors, and courses, 4 courses. No need to have dummy. So firstly, maximize, we need to change max to min. Right. And for maximize to minimize, so we looking the highest value in table, in this case is 95, and use this value minus all of the value in the table. So then we can change for maximum this one to change to 5, 25, 10, 40, right? This one 30, 35, 55, 15. This one will be 0, 15, 15, 30, 55, 20, 35, and 40. Then we're gonna do the row reduction. So this is the lowest value for each row. So for the first row, we're going to have the same 5, 30, 0, 5. But second row, this one we change to 10, 20, 0, 5. Third row, 10, 45, 5, 25. And the last one, 25, 0, 15, 25. And column reduction. So the first three column, the lowest one is 0. So with the same. So this is the column reduction. We have 5, 10, 0, 25, 30, 20, 45, 0, 0, 0, 5, 15, that is 50, 0, 20, 20. So now we finish the column reduction. And we next to draw the line. So how many lines? I think 4, right? 4. So finally, I have to choose this option. It's 4. Because, so let's see, to pick another option. So finally, Anderson, your finance, Sweeney economics, Williams statistics, and McKinsey management. And you find the rating where you want. So assignment is not that difficult, okay, but just follow step by step. Go to the last one for today. This is the example of 7-Eleven convenience store at Jamley Square. Oh, tomorrow, Samyani Tower is grand opening, right?
Yes.
It has a lot of restaurants.
Golden Mound.
Yes, and
ตอนนี้เรามีตัวแบบสแต็กแกมเองเรื่อยๆเพิ่มขึ้นเรื่อย
เปิดพรุ่งนี้เลย So I think in the evening probably
ๆไม่รู้เรื่องหรอเอาอีก
the traffic jam. Okay, for this example, the last one for us, manager of 7-Eleven, as Jamie Square website, employees to handle the poor job in his store. So currently they have 5 employees to work on the job, and each can handle one of the job. But job B has to be performed by male only. So it means that Anna cannot handle job B. The following table show the estimated completion time in minutes for each job from each employee. So using the Humber method to help the manager to assign the employee for each job in order to minimize the total estimated completion time. So the minimization, but we have 4 jobs, 5 person. We need to have dummy column.
It's very practical solution. Zero construction.
So for Anna can perform job B, so I use star to mark. And when I add the dummy column, this one gonna be the row reduction as well, right? Because 0 is the lowest one for each row. So this is the row reduction as well. We add dummy column, but it becomes row reduction as well because the lowest value for each row is 0. Next one, we're gonna do column reduction. Undo circle on the lowest value for each column. Right? So this one will be dummy. So then we will have 7, 2, 0, 4, 5, 2, 1, 10 star because we are not considered as cell. 13, 6, 8, 0, 10, 7, 5, 4, 0, 5, and all 0. So this is the column reduction. And now we need to draw in the line again. So how many lines? 4, right? Should be this one, this one. Let's say I have 4 lines. But we have 5 rows and 5 columns. So which means that we are not reached the optimal solution yet. We have to modify. So then we will circle the lowest value that is not as the line has to it, that is 1. And we're gonna modify. So we are going to change to 6, 1, 12, 6, still 0. 1 0 5 4 0 0 10 8 4 1 4 star 0 0 1 5 0 10 5 1. This is the first modifier. So we have go back to drawing again. So how many lines? 4, right? I think 4. Still 4. Have this one. Have this one. Have this one. And I think I have this one. Let's say I have 4. So you can have different pattern of drawing the line. That's okay. Just make sure that you have using the minimum number of lines to pass 0 line. So I'm gonna modify again. So I think this one. So the conversion to 5, still 1, 11, 5, 0. Change to 0, 0, 4, 3, 0. 0, 11, 8, 4, 2. 4, star, 0, 0, 2. 4, 0, 9, 4, 1. This is a second modifier. So, what next? Going to line again. So how many lines? Still 4. Right? 4, right? Yeah, I think 4. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Right? 4. So we do modify again. So the third modifier. So it depends on the pattern that you draw. Sometimes you draw different pattern and you finish. So you have 5, 1, 8, 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 11, 5, 1, 2, 7, star, 0, 0, 5, 4, 0, 6, 1, 1. So how many lines? I think 5 should be 5. Okay, still 5. Well, finally. Okay, so John Dummy and to see what to be Scott to A and for sure that they go to deep. And you calculate the time, total time. Okay, so I think you're getting some idea of the assignment problem. No case study for this week. So just prepare for next week. Oh, not next week. Just let me check. Yeah, next week we still have class, but on October 3rd we have no class.
คิดเส้นไม่เป็น
October 3rd we have no class, remember? Because it's like a Commandant's Day. I'm not be welcome to teach. But I'm stay at the auditorium since 5 a.m. for 2 days, the whole day. Yeah, October 3rd we have no class. Right, but we're gonna have the making up class next week on Friday. You remember? Please go to check with the course syllabus. Next week, we're gonna meet each other on Thursday and Friday. And October 3rd, we have no class. October 3rd, we have no class. Okay. So it means the project probably next week,
ไม่ต้องมองมันเสียมันลง
right?
มีบาง
Yes.
หยิบมาเดี๋ยวต้องดู
And we're gonna have the final on October 10th. เร็วเนาะ But we can still see each other again for the next course.
ต้องลงดู
But okay, so please come to make the presentation for 2 cases, and this is all for the lecture.
เอาชิงลงดูเสียบ
อาจารย์ exam date is 11th or 10th
ตรงไหนไม่เสียบ
You mean the exam?
yeah
10. Thursday, October 10th.
you change before my on that day October 10th yeah it's
Okay, okay.
you should change to 11 I think so before yeah Yeah, but we change later on.
Hello. Okay, today our group will present about the custom van incorporation case study. So the custom van, what they do is they build a shower like it. So the customer going to build a shower electric in a van, and it's very famous, very high demand. So the shower electric consists of 2 gallons of fiberglass and 3 hours of labor. Due to the very good design with the fiberglass, the demand is increasing, and the current production is they have 2 locations, Gary and Fort Wayne. So they can supply total 450 units. So in order to cover the increasing demand, the manager, Kun Tony, decided to open more 2 factories from the 3 plants, Detroit, Rockford, and Madison. So with the goal is to maximize profit and reducing cost. So the next will be from PS, the calculation.
Okay, we convert all of the transportation costs in the case into the supply and demand level. In the row, this is a location which is currently they have only Gary which can supply 300 of shower liquid, and the Fort Wayne it can supply 150. And in the column, this is a shop that they have to deliver the shower liquid to. The demand now is exceed the supply. Is the real demand for Chicago is 300. To Milwaukee is 100. Minneapolis 150, and Detroit 200. The company has to make the decision on the 3 locations whether which 2 of the 3 can produce the lowest cost, which are Rockford, Madison, and Detroit. Now let's consider the another factor of the Madison and Detroit and Rockford. In the Rockford, there has no advantage. That means the transportation cost remain the same. However, in the Madison, because of the cheaper of the labor cost to produce, or of the current transportation cost, we deduct by 3. And in the Detroit, because of the cheaper of the raw material of the fiberglass, we deduct it by 4. Okay, in this case, we use the WAM to calculate. However, this is the degeneracy case, so that is a put 0 into here. And after we calculate everything, the total cost is 10,550. Remember this one, this is the Detroit, Madison. These 2 locations both have the advantage of the cheaper of the cost, by labor hour and the raw material. When we combine the total cost, it's only 10,200. And the last pair that we have is Rockford and Detroit. The total cost is 11,400. Okay. We plot the graph of the total cost for each pair. We can easily spot that the Detroit and Madison produce the lowest cost because of the advantage of the lower labor hour and the raw material from Detroit. So that's all for the group.
So actually, I think this case study is just to trial 3 options, right? And one thing that we can learn is about not just only the unit cost from shipping, right? It can modify with other costs to use to calculate. That's okay, right? I think no problem at all for this argument.
เขียนที่ดูมันไม่ได้เขียน
Let's move on to the next case.
Okay, today our group will present about the Commonwealth ice cream case study. I will talk about the case background first. But for Commonwealth Ice Cream Company has been manufactured and distributed ice cream in Virginia. And for the current situation, for Commonwealth Ice Cream Company has 4 manufacturing factory now in Alexandria, Roanoke, Norfolk, and Richmond. And then they serve to the marketing area, including 6 cities: is Alexandria, Charlottesville, Roanoke, Richmond, Norfolk, and Danville. But due to highly population growth in Washington D.C., Commonwealth Company has been come up with a new decision, consider whether to build a new factory in Arlington or not. So right now, the capacity of each plant, as I mentioned before, Alexandria has the plant capacity of 1,000, Richmond has 800, Norfolk has 800 also, and then Roanoke has 500. In total, plant capacity is 3,100. And right now, the company has considered about to build a new plant in Arlington, and then the Arlington plant will serve about 1,200 capacity maximum. But in current situation, the demand has about 2,250 hundredweight. And here is the shipping cost between each plant in the marketing area. For example, Alexandria ship to Alexandria will be $2.5. Richmond ship to Charlottesville will be $3.2. And last one, Arlington ship to Danville will be $5.1. And after that, we come up with the transportation table that combine between production cost and transportation cost, shipping cost. So, and summarize to this table. Okay, so come up with the question number 1. Should the new ice cream plant be built at Arlington, Virginia? So we try to summarize the case into two cases. First, the case that the Arlington has been built, so in total will be 5 factories. And for the second case, we'll be expanding our existing plant. As I mentioned that our existing plant, the maximum capacity will be can serve about 3,100 hundredweight. So that we can expand if we use the existing plant instead of building new one. So for the step to analyze that, we use the web model by using the QM software to find the minimum cost and compute the discount cash flow to see whether which one will give us the lowest cost. So on the year 0, this year 0, and this will be year 1 to year 4. For the year 0, for option 1, we will add Arlington plant into plants. On year 0, Arlington plant, if we want to build the Arlington plant, it will need 1 year for the construction time. So that in year 0, we will start to construct Arlington, and it will have only 4 plants that remain progress in first year. And that will be the total cost for 4 plants first. And then after that, on year 1 to year 4, after the Arlington plant finished construction, we use the web model by using QM software to find the minimum cost, and it will come up with the new supply. And then for the past 5 years, the demand has been increased from 2,250 to 2,820 per day. And then we will come up with a new solution. And here we can see that we use the cash flow method to determine what is the best solution for this. If the discount cash flow gives us the smallest negative cash flow, it will mean that it will be the best solution because in the case study doesn't give us the revenue. So that if for the case to build Arlington, we will see that the DCF will be about minus 124 billion. And next option 2 will be expanding existing plant instead of building a new one. Here is the model that we use on the year 0 to year 4, and for the 5th year onwards, that has been increasing demand. And same as last time, we use the DCF model to see whether which one give us the lowest cost. So in summary, in case 1, by expanding existing plant, and case 6 will be the adding Arlington plant. So it can imply that by construct an Arlington plant will give us the best solution. So in conclusion, we should build another plant in Arlington to get the best cost.
So the question to you is what other option that we can choose? So instead, we decide to build the new plant, and the other option that we will go is that we shutting down one of the existing plants, which based on the minimum cost, using the transportation technique, where we can see that the plant Alexandria didn't use to serve the market. So by this method, we can see that we need to shut down the Alexandria plant. However, the example also giving the salvage value, which is the remaining value for those assets. So we also, to make it consistent with our cash flow, so we determine to consider the cash flow and have the cash inflow of selling those assets. So in summary, we can see those discounted cash flow for eliminating the existing plan case by case. And in summary, we can see that the lowest cost is the case number 2, which is have the cost in 124 million. And to see the example, we use exactly the same way. Have the initial cost, and then we have the cash inflow of the salvage value that we sell the plant in Alexandria to be cash inflow, and then we discount the cash flow.
Okay, for the next question, what assumptions are required to answer the question 1? Okay, first we assume demand to be constant during first 4 years and then increase at year 5 and then also remain constant. And second, since the company expects to earn at least 10% of real return of its investment after tax, so we use 10% rate of return to compute net present value of our cash flow. And for depreciation, because Arlington can depreciate over 20 years on straight line basis, so the depreciation will be $100,000 per year. And for other plant, we assume that the asset is fully depreciated, so we assume to sell, so it at the salvage value. And the last one, the discounted cash flow that we compute is focused on the cost, so it will be negative value.
Right. So the last question, what risk is associated with building the new plant right now? So the company make the decision based on the assumption that demand will grow according to the high rate of population growth in Washington DC. But we think that the high rate of population growth doesn't always guarantee the high rate of demand growth, because since many companies may also enter this industry and steal the market share from Commonwealth ice cream company. So that's why even though the population have a high growth rate, but the demand for Commonwealth ice cream may not grow at in the same rate. And also because this industry is not very hard to penetrate, there could be some new entry who enter the market and also steal the market share from Commonwealth company. And lastly, because ice cream is not very hard to substitute in terms of from customer perspective, so they may choose to buy any other dessert instead of ice cream. So that's why we think that high rate of population growth cannot guarantee the demand. The second aspect is the cost of production and shipping. So right now we calculate based on the assumption that shipping and production cost is stable, but in reality there could be some fluctuation due to the change in economy or any other external factors. And lastly, the construction of the new plant may take 1 more year because of the uncertainty in construction or labor market. So if the plant is not brought online within 1 year as expected, then the company will lose the opportunity to catch the demand, and that will lead to the change in the optimum solution that we have calculated. So that's all from us.
Okay, so the case study actually is involved finance as well. Good, actually, for the question, yes, it's correct that we should build the plant at Arlington and Illinois, Pleasantville. Yes, all you present is okay. But one thing that if you want to save the time to solve the problem, maybe we can, consider, I don't know much about the first one. So you add Arlington, right? And actually how about the case that you are not adding Arlington? You have it. So in the term of finance, actually you might consider about the benefit of have Arlington and no Arlington, right? Okay. So if you're using these two cases and try to find the different benefit, right, for the first year and also at the year 5, right, and all the same that you do, like assume all the linear and depreciation, all the things. So and you're using the NPV to analysis, it's gonna have a positive. You comparing with build or not build, right? Build and not build in year 1. Build and not build in year 5, and then you're gonna say that when you build the Arlington, you're gonna have the more benefit than not build. So then you're gonna have positive cash flow, and you have one negative for investment for year 0, year 1, right? And then when you analyze, you can show positive NPV. Because in this case, it's okay for the solution. But just one thing that when you show the cash flow, when you show like that, you analyze it, you're using the discount 10%, right? And you show the negative one. Normally, negative is not the good one because you should present it another way. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, guys. For the last one, I just see the schedule, and we have one problem. So I need to change my mind again that so we're gonna have the guest day this week. Because next week we study Thursday and Friday, right? And if we give you case study next week, and the week after we don't have class, and then we have final. So there is no time for making the presentation. Do you get that? So what you prefer? No case at all? No, it's not fair for the rest, for the group that already made the presentation. If you want no case, I give you a case next week. So you need to present after final because you still see me again. You got that? And then come on the week 2, you still study with me. That the week after the final. So beginning before we study the new topic for the next course, we make a presentation. That will be after final. But for me, it's just like you already finished your final and you make the presentation for what? You didn't get the benefit, right? To know knowledge, use them. It depends on you, right? if you don't want case this week, it's gonna be like that. Like I said, make the presentation just after the final. But if you do just like we said, I give you the case study maybe tomorrow, and next week you make the presentation. You have the project as well, and final, and we done for the first class. What do you prefer? Okay. So it seems like you don't want case this week. No case. Huh? Very dynamic. This is not easy for you.
No.
No. Oh. I think it's not that difficult. It's case about the integer programming. Actually, that's what I'm planning for. Just click one click for QM and you got the result. So case is, I think it's not difficult, but it's not easy. It's on average. Okay, but I think that you concern more about the project, so I understand. So we're gonna do just like I said, after we finish final, at the first class of the next course, then we see each other again. Just give 30 minutes for the presentation for 2 cases, just because it's gonna be fair for all of you. Okay, so no case for today, but just go home, relax. Next week we have the project. Okay, and don't worry much about the project. Just do like the case study. Okay, not detail much.
For the final project, we have to pick company in your life.
Yep.
And where do we get the information?
Where?
Like, if we are going to apply it, like for example, doing a linear programming, and how can we obtain like the information of all the options?
You need to think about the problem first. Right. Yes, for example, you choose the company that do like the production. Okay, and okay, you have to think of what you can do about the production using the linear programming. There probably things about the number that you're going to produce for the product whatsoever. Then you collect the data.
So we can make up the numbers as well.
You can make up the number, yes, but not all, because some information from the company is confidential. You know, so you can adjust. That's okay for me, but not that assumed for all. Okay, but my point is that it should be the real case, because it's more practical to see that how can we apply. It doesn't mean that you need to use just only one method to solve or apply. You can using several methods that we study. One problem maybe you using have a linear programming class assignment, something. But I cannot tell them how do you get the information. It's up to you. And it doesn't mean that big company or small company, maybe it's just your family business. Maybe it's just, you know, you have to go to the restaurant, like the or something. The restaurant, but a small one, you see the problem and you can solve it. That's okay. But the complexity of the problem is maybe the major thing that I see as well, because you're gonna see when you make the presentation and you compare each other. This group is very complex. Another group is very simple. So that's what I'm saying. So if all you very simple, it's okay, right? But if one group is sure about, you know, the problem is little bit complex than others, and the problem is very interesting, and they solve correctly, getting the high score. But honestly, the project is more serious than case, because case actually you can do it right, you can do it wrong, but if not the big deal, actually this is the score that I can help you. But for the project, is is the one that maybe you can differentiate between 1 or 2 or 3%. Yes, except the last week, the integer. You can choose integer as well, you can do.
Different group can do the same topic.
Yes. As I mentioned in the first class, that the problem for this course is that we divide it into 2 courses. In the past, it's 1 course. So you do just 1 project and you study almost all the topic from 2 courses. So you have too many methods to choose. But now, right? Or if you don't want for the next batch, I can change to 100% exam. It's not ill, right? So the project can help you, but I have to, compare each group. Right? But if you do it all great, you can get full score for all group. Right? So just play for you next week. You might get all full score. Okay, see you next week. Thank you. Also, you guys that asked me to be the advisors, now I'm full quota. Yes. But I think I'm not sure about the term that you're gonna enroll for the IS. I think your friend asked me.
Hey. พี่ถามคำถามเดียวก่อนว่าเตรียมมาเปล่า
ก่อน